record. That's it. And share screen. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get started. Should start the video. Okay, let's have a look, see what's going on. So, Forex Factory, we are the 21st. We've got some New Zealand dollar news. We've had that, and that was 1:45. That's been and gone, so the market would have settled down after that. The rest is low impact. You can also use my FX book if you want to see more details, and you can also open these items to see what the detail, what the content is. So there's some coming up at lunchtime. There's some, that's UK time. There's some GBP news. So nothing that's going to affect us. And it was coming up to start of Tokyo, so GBP, and then there's Canadian news later on. So keep an eye out for that in New York session, 4 o'clock, 5 p.m. So don't trade Canadian, anything. I wouldn't trade USD, Canadian dollar from an hour before for about 4 and 5. Really, for the whole of the session, I probably want to avoid that and have a look at currency strength. So GBP very strong, Aud, Australian dollar, USD, Euro, JPY, and Canadian dollar weakest. Okay, and then let's come over to our, close that down, HourGlass. And let's have a look at our currency strength. So 60% on our payouts, 60% on USD JPY. USD CAD 60%. New Zealand dollar, US dollar 66. They're all quite low. GBP USD, not one that I trade. That is 73%. So we might have a look at some analysis on that. GBP CAD, I really never trade that, and it's a very fast pair, so I don't really want to look at that, but I'll just write it down so we can have a look at it if we see something interesting. GA, very fast pair on this. I know Les doesn't trade that on this strategy, so I wouldn't touch that. Euro USD, that looks quite nice at 73%. So we'll start with that. Euro JPY 69, not bad. Euro GBP 68, Euro CAD 70, Aud USD 71, so I've put a mark against that. That looks quite good, and that's about it. So we're going to start with Euro USD, 3 minutes non-fixed time. It does look quite boxy though, and we don't like trading it when it's boxy, as Taylor Marks calls it. So I'm going to come over to HourGlass, and the DXY is a call. We're on the 2 o'clock open of Tokyo candle. We have got Euro USD as a call, but we've got the moving average above, and we've got it heavily oversold. We've got it coming down to that Bollinger Band and that line of resistance. So we will get the Japanese candles move, but I don't really want to. So we'll look at Euro JPY, see what happens at the open of Tokyo on those candles. So we've got both those at the lower end of the currency strength meter, 66 on the euro against Japanese yen 21, called for a put on that 2 o'clock candle off that middle line, pointing down, moving average above 104. That was called at 104. Eurjpy 69% at 104, and it's up at 131. It is at 107. I'm always reluctant to rush into a trade when we just hop on, but there it is going down. So it has moved heavily down. So already gone. So that's why I like to come on 10 minutes before. Sorry, still trying to set up my Zoom again properly. So I've been changing around the settings, not properly, just differently. So I've got a permanent ID and you don't have to keep clicking on the new one. So we have got a bit of a pullback going on there. And we've got, we are 3 minutes into this 5-minute candle. $104. Oh, I'm on the 1 minute. Let's go to the 5 minute. Let's see what this looks like. So it's been pretty much consolidating, and all those red hidden bear and bear, the overall trend is down. Further back you go though on the divergence, the weaker the indicator. So it did say hidden bear, but it is still, which means the trend is carrying on down. So it sold off, the euro sold off very heavily against the yen. All throughout London, and New York did not reverse the trend. It carried on down, and then you can see it's picked its lower level on the range at the 130, that whole number on the quarter theory. I'm on the 5-minute chart. So the range it's trading in has been 130. So we are in a consolidating market, 130. Eurjpy 130 200 down to, got that very low range down there at the 130, the whole number. And then we've got our middle line here on that line of resistance at 130.073. So that's where it's, and that was a significant line of support and resistance, as you can see, to just come above it there. Now it looks like it's heading, that's a very strong candle, Japanese candle at the open of the market. It's just coming down. This next level of resistance is 130.047. 300. And that is the bottom of the candle close channel there. So let's come back to HourGlass. Heavily oversold, heavily oversold. Euro still stronger. We've just got a new signal coming up. You can see there's that candle. It's gone down to 066. Just below that 073 that we pointed out. There's the 073, that midline. So the open of the new candle is a sell candle, red. It's opened where the previous flat bottom has closed. So it still strongly wants to go down. There's no wicks on this. There's no wicks on that one either. So if it heads down to 033, I've written down 047, and here is our whole number again below the Bollinger Band there. It has just flicked up there, and that range there is 038. I'm not overly keen on trading Eurjpy. Oh, there's the 037. Just put that like, I'll do, we should do it in party pink. And you can see that line of support there. It's used it before. And it's at 0.40 now in this second block of the 5-minute candle. Let's have a look how it used that level before. It used it all the way back here as support. It is sort of a little zone because you can see it, there's a little wick there. So it's 0.32, and it's just here, it just dipped down, and that was the midnight candle. Oh, I'm on the wrong time zone. That was the, oh, so that will make me, where did it, so see how it used that line? So it should give us a call next and want to come up back to that next level there, 171. I'll make this bigger in a minute. That's 120.035, 073 we had, didn't we? It's right down there. So let's have a look. That's 120. And that was 200 is right up there that we discussed earlier. There's the 200 level of resistance, 130.200, which is what we were discussing when we looked at Trading View. $130.200. Use that as resistance, resistance, resistance. Bollinger Band, very, very narrow, very narrow. And you can see that portrayed in the candles. Oh, I'm just going to sneeze, sorry. I just sneezed. I've just turned the microphone back on, so let me know if you can't hear me. Still heading down very heavily. We might go and look at something else. So it's just, I'm on the 5-minute here. We've got, it's just going to, it's wicking off this level at 0.40, 0.47. We've got 0.51. There's our 0.40. We could take that for a call. Please use your own money management, your own risk management. I'm not a licensed trader. 10 minutes, so we're 18. We're just into this new 5-minute candle. It gave us a pullback. Let me look on HourGlass. It was a call at 0.46. We had that level marked at 0.47. It's just flicking up there. It's a little bit flat. These lines are very, very narrow. 0.33 level, 0.50, just turning blue there. So we've got call and the green arrow 1, got it off that line of resistance 2. I think Les counts that as call and the arrow as 2, and that one is 3. Bollinger Band there, 4, 5, 6, although it's a little bit flat on the relative strength, 7. So it's actually quite a decent trade. I might have missed it now. 0.64, because I've been talking, and I don't like rushing into trades when I first start. I kind of learnt that lesson the hard way. So that was a good trade. But we could see what it's going to do at the 15-minute mark. We'll just keep an eye on this, because the yes, and there it is, using that line of support as we identified. 0.60, so that did move up, but I didn't get in that. As I say, I'm just showing you what I do. You don't have to do nothing, as the Elwood says. Yeah, it's just struggling a little bit, dipping down. So if we had got in that 9, let's just analyze what would have happened. There's the 10-minute candle, and it was called at 0.47. Sorry, let me just look at that. It was called at 0.46 and then thereabouts. So the problem with it is it on the broker, the lowest it gave us was, we wouldn't have got that unless we'd preempted it, because you will have noticed with all pairs when we're trading, sometimes they move slightly before the candle turns and we can analyze HourGlass. Sometimes price can stall after we've got the new signal. That's where we have to trust the trade.com if we have got in, and we may have to roll over. So what happened here, that was at 9 minutes past, so at 10 minutes past, it was up at the lowest we would have got was 0.49. Oh, well, that's okay. That's not too bad. Anywhere around there. So if we would have had to have pressed the button very promptly, because 10, 11, 13, 12, 13 at 0.47. So we would have been okay and we would have cleared. But if we had delayed pressing the button on our analysis and got in later, and this is why we're time-based traders and it's so critical, if we got in at 0.57, for example, just as that first 1 minute candle of this 5 minute block finished, then we would have lost that trade. So, and the reason we had to be cautious is because of this low volume, very tight restriction of the Bollinger Bands, saying that there isn't a lot of big movement going on after that initial candle open. So that's why, you know, there's that risk. And you can see the low trading range. This is a 1 second tick chart here. And here we are, we could have lost that, but we're in the last 1 minute and it's gone back up to 0.53. Something in the chat. Let me have a look. I got spiked in the last second. Cleared. Oh, spiked in. Yeah, that's really good. So it shows you, doesn't it, how we have to analyze this time-based trading and be clear on our analysis that it's, sometimes I do preempt and I'll get in slightly before, but it's, you know, when you're trading this very narrow range, well done on getting spiked in. It can happen the right way round for us. And you can see now it's the 15-minute candle and it wants to carry on down. So I think, well, so what's happening now is it's heading down again to, I think, to this 130, but it has used this line. I'm not going to stay on Eurjpy. I will look at something else. It's not one of my favorites, but here we are at this line here at, oh, and look at that big candle down on the 15-minute. I'll just look at the 15-minute candle. Sometimes I go up the higher time frame. I saw Taylor Marks look at that on the 15-minute and the 30 on his last session. So it can show you if you this is what you call a bearish engulfing candle, bearish engulfing. So it's overtaken all the buy candles, and that means its trend is down, and then it's opened there as another sell candle, and now it is down at, it's just crossing below that two lines, heavy lines of support and resistance here. So it's still selling off very heavily. Now it has used this line before as a line of support, as you saw from when I started the session, but very strong movement down. And on HourGlass, it did give us a call again at 130032, but it has gone down because price likes to use those heavy levels of support and resistance, particularly the quarter point. You know, it will like to use those areas because the banks are using those areas for their buying and selling, their pending orders, their stop losses. As we've discussed before, they're using the 5s and 0s. So they will have their positions sitting at that level. So we'll leave Eurjpy for the moment, and we'll look at something else. We'll look at we'll go to Euro USD. I'll look on HourGlass first. Euro USD has given us a call 2 minutes ago. So if that's going up strongly on the euro, that means that the US dollar is selling off. It will move in the opposite direction, obviously. It's paying out at 73%. It called a put before there, and it has crossed up on both. Very big, strong candle up. So the DXY, now the DXY is also saying a call. So we've got the euro at 56, the dollar at 36. Euro, Japanese yen has just moved up to become the strongest. If you remember when we were looking at Eurojpy, how heavily the euro was selling. So on that Euro USD, where it's saying the euro is going up, but the dollar's going up, the way I interpret that is that the euro is now weakening because the Japanese yen has gone up and it's become the strongest currency. So I wouldn't want to be buying the euro against the US dollar as the DXY has gone up. So if you kind of think it through logically and look at some of the correlating pairs, then you'll be able to work out what you'd want to do on Euro USD, for example. So the rest have stayed the same. Euro, it's just the Japanese yen has become very strong and the US dollar has weakened. Oh, the US dollar's weakened. So it's become behind there. Okay, so let's go back to HourGlass. It's just wicked off that level. Let's see if it gives us, we're coming up to 20 past. Is it going to give us a, and there's that euro heading down on the Eurojpy. So you can always check your other pairs and see what the euro is doing. For example, if you're looking at trading Euro USD, then look at what's happening on Eurojpy, as we've just said. So let's go to Euro USD. And what we've had, I'm on the 15-minute chart here. So we had a heavy sell-off in London, reversed a bit in New York, but carried on the downward trend. Consolidation through to Tokyo Open, and it didn't reverse a great deal there. We've got this big candle here, this bankers buy candle. So price will want to come down to clear up that money at some point. We have got this saying a bear and a hidden bear, so directional trend saying short-term bull buying, but look at our moving average. At the moment, the moving average is heavily supporting price on our quarter theory at 20250. We had a buy candle up. So if we start to write down what is actually happening, we've got our upper range. Remember, I'm on the 15 minutes, so I'll go down the time frame in a second. 1.20401, you know, thereabouts, just 404 thereabouts, that sort of level, and some wicks there. It did actually go up to 450 there, but you can see it's picked it up all along there. And then at the bottom of the range, as we've just said, the 250 line, and the candle close at 311. So there's our trading range. Let's come down to look at it here. I'm on the 5 minute now. 314, beautiful level there of resistance and a lot of support there. There's our 200 moving average on the 5 minute, and that is upper level at 380. So I've got a trading range on the 5 minute of 380 down to 314 on the 5 minute. And come to HourGlass, Euro USD, Euro still stronger. It called a put 2 minutes ago at 384. So that was that 380 upper range I just described to you. That's here, that moving average, and there it is. There's our zone here. So what we'd like to see is that it comes down. Let's have a look, use your cursor to see where 314 is on here. So it's going to be the, it's this level here. 319 is an area of support and an area of resistance and an area of support, with a little wick down on the 2 o'clock Tokyo open candle, if you look at my timestamp at the bottom, at 307. So that 307 to the 314 range. So we want to see price, and that level there is at 331, this level of resistance and support, 311, which is near to our 314 area. So once we've kind of seen what's going on, the DXY, remember, is saying call, and we did have the Japanese yen as the strongest against the euro. So we do need to have the DXY saying put, 1 minute 12 to go. So we want that to be saying put, and then we could get in for a call. Okay, so let's have a look. It's back here. And on the broker, Euro USD, 73%. We're down at 367. That's 359. So we haven't got it down anywhere near where we would like it. There is our, that's 406, 395, 391. There's our 380 level. And we are at 369, 376 there. And we've got we're just coming up to the turn of the candle. So we've got Euro USD as a call, we've got currency strength meter, but it didn't really move down as far as we would have liked, but it is moving off this line of resistance here at 361. So it's a much smaller pullback, which isn't what I really wanted, but we have got the dollar as a put. Yeah, the DXY as a put. So we've got off that line of resistance here, and it calls it at 360. We haven't got a cross up and a cross up. We have got a sell there, although it says call. So it's, and we've got the moving average above. So either I'd like it to get right back up to that 378 area, 372, 368, anywhere around these Bollinger Bands. And for it to tap that line of the moving average, I'd like to get a put up at that level. We are coming up to the half hour, so let's say at 31 minutes past, not, as we've always said, at 29 minutes or 30 minutes. That's what we would be looking at next. I don't think, because we've got the sell there, so we kind of got mixed signals on this one, and it's not it's not flicking up, we're not getting the cross up, so we want the cross up, we want it to move up a bit more before we take that. 373, 376, called it at 360. There's the 25-minute 360, it gave us a call. So that would be 25 to 28, round about here. There's our 28 mark. So it's using that 376, that, oh, it's just come up to a little bit higher, 377. Because although this looks like very big peaks and troughs, it is just a little 1 second tick chart. Remember, so it looks big, but they're just little ticks at the end of price. 377. Look on back on here. Euro's still a bit stronger. Right, so it's coming up to our 376 area off that line of resistance. These lines are flicking up. We've got 2 minutes 15 left. So we do know that that 200 moving average, and it's off that line of resistance at the top of the 401. So that is our trading range. And I've also got that DMI on as well, which is saying put this this one here. I don't think it'll let me there. So it's at the top of the range there. Although we have got hidden bull there. So is that meant to mean that the euro is going to get stronger? But we have got these, so quite a critical point, because it's wicked off there. But we need that, we need the 200 moving average to hold it, because if it breaks structure up here, then it's on its way up. But we did have the euro selling against the, can't make that any bigger, but that says put there. So it has just wicked off that area. We're at 29 minutes past. Hourglass, just wicking off that. Price on the broker, 376. So if we get a pullback, 381. 29 seconds to go. It hasn't quite come up as much as I would like, but it is that 200 and the Bollinger Band is holding it. We haven't got the currency strength meter in our favor. We want the US dollar to say call on the DXY. It must say call before we decide to take it. It is a call, and it's a put at 371. It's a put at 371. It hasn't crossed down that much, so it might struggle in this area. 377. Just as a test, because I'm not sure what's going to happen, I'm just going to do a 374. Oh, right. Okay, I've just taken a put at 380, and I am at just past the half hour. because I'm not sure what's going to happen. I think that 200 EMA is holding it. So this is just for the purposes of helping you understand, just pushing up a bit after the half hour. We did get a put on the US dollar, a call on the DXY, So I will roll this over because that, although the currency strength meter isn't in our favor, that's it, it's just dropping now. We need that really to flick down. We did have the sell there, but it's just pushing up a bit there. So what I'm going to do is roll that over just so we can do some analysis on this. So I've bought myself, that's costing me 30% more. I've bought myself another 3 minutes because I do believe this is being held by that line there, but it is a flat bottom. I have got the red put, I've got it off the Bollinger Bands, I've got the line of resistance. It's just still pushing up a bit, but I wanted to be in just after the half hour. So I could have waited for another 5 minutes. I had the DXY going up and I had a put at 371 and I liked this 200 moving average holding it. And on the 5 minute, there's the candle close. I've got that pointing out down on the DMI. I have got that hidden bull there though, and I have got the stochastic still pointing up, and that's now gone up to 397. So it is starting to push up. So that could be that hidden bull. We may have. It's breaking that level. So this is why these sort of things, as I said, breaking structure. It's pushing above the moving average. If you go back and look at what happened in the sessions, as we said, it sold off in London, it came up in New York, but it didn't come up as much as I thought it would to reverse what happened in London. So it may be that the euro now wants to break that. This is on the 15 minute, it is above that moving average. So over the longer term, maybe it is now wanting to push up, and it's pushed up very heavily. So that I'm not going to roll that over again. That didn't work out. Let's go to HourGlass again. Got 1 minute 30, see if it happens again. We did have our trading range of 404 and it's up at 389. So I had 380 up to 404. 404 was this green line here. So it did wick off that at the 15-minute candle. So that is why, although I had a flat bottom, it wicked off it. So I thought it was being held where let's come to the 5 minute. But it is just pushing above that 200 moving average, so quite a critical point. There's the 406 level. It's at 402. So decisions to be made. I'm not going to roll over on this. I'll just let it go. Yeah, it's quite far gone. But this is where you'd have to decide if you were going to roll over again, because then you'd be in for 12 minutes. We're now in for 6 minutes. So 3 doubles up to 6 and then 6 to 12. We don't do more than 2 rollovers. That's at 400. Let's have a look on HourGlass. Let's see what happens on this next turn. So as it's turning now, I've missed my deadline to roll over on that 5-minute candle. So that sometimes these things happen. So it is another put at 392. You can see it's crossing down at 35 minutes past. It's off the Bollinger Bands. It is above that moving average, that's all, which is at 377. So we'll move on to look at something else, because that would concern me now, taking a trade where you've got because the moving average is a rolling line of support and resistance. So technically it should really act like a floor. and hold price at, that's at 382 to this band up to 406. So you haven't got a very big trading range, and you know, it's not a very sensible trade to now be taking. 377 is down here. There's your 377 level. That's the 377 level where the 200 EMA is sitting. Okay. So it's called at, so we lost that one. So it's called at 392. It's given us another put at 392. It's heavily overbought, right up at the Bollinger Bands. It's a little wick there on that blue buy candle. 411. I'm going to look at one more thing. Yeah, so look, it's gone now. It's gone. So if you did then start to take trades on this, although interesting, it's very weak against the Japanese yen. So the yen was growing in strength. So that means our dollar is, the dollar is also a call at the moment on the DXY, and it's got a 200 moving average. So Euro USD is in a bit of confusion because the 200 moving average is holding up the US, supporting the US dollar at 731. It's acting as a rolling line of support and resistance off that Bollinger line of support and the Bollinger Band. It's just trying to push it down, but it's struggling. It's wicking off that 200 EMA. So it's giving us a call at 900. You can't trade it. It's just showing us the strength. Oh, that is pushing down. So we've got a bit of a mixed bag going on here because the euro is saying put, but that's pushing up and the dollar's going down. Okay, so that when you get that, and you've got the 200 moving average there cutting you off. So when you get that kind of mixed bag, just move on to something else because it can, you know, it can get very confusing. 420 now on the euro, and let's look at Eurjpy because we had a very strong Japanese yen, which has now moved. Oh, so prices are moving fast at the moment because JPY has come back to parity with the euro sitting in the middle. US dollar still weak, euro stronger, but you might want to get currency heat wave on your phone. I need to, because this is a daily relative performance. So I think that is more sensitive. So let's have a look at our other pairs. Aud USD was at, so we've looked at Euro USD, we've looked at Euro JPY, the GBP pairs, GBP USD. I'm not so keen. I don't usually ever trade this. I'll just look at it to see what is what the chart looks like. It's gone down to 60. No, it's at 73. Because remember, GBP is a London pair. GBP USD, make sure you've always got the right pair on. It's up at 455. And we had the GBP as stronger, a lot stronger than the US dollar. On HourGlass, it is telling us what? It's given us a put. So GBP at 51, US dollar at 24. It's a put at 437 5 minutes ago. We can see the trend has been up. You can see the channels. We've got the 200 moving average at the top. So it's not a great setup because we know the GBP is stronger. We can see that upward trend, but price is squeezing it, being squeezed down by that 200 moving average. So we haven't got the currency strength in our favor. It's called at 448. But it's got the moving average there. So we'd need the, we've got it off that line of resistance. 448 at 460, 466. So we need the candles to turn. We need the cross down and the cross down. We haven't got any of that yet. So there's 466, pushed up there to 476. So I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm going to look lastly at Aud USD. So Aud USD at 71%. Price at the broker 353. Australian dollar stronger. It's just moved up. Australian dollar stronger. That's slow to move, but it is moving now, but it's flatlining on that GBP USD. Aud USD is it's called two puts, but the Australian dollar is significantly stronger. So we would want to wait for that to work its way down and take a call. But having said that, we've got the moving average at above. We've got a bit of consolidation going on there. The trend has been going up. So it looks like it's in sort of a crossover period. So we want those crossing up. A put at 348. It's at 352 on the broker. Let's look at it on here. And if we go to the 15-minute, just so we can see more of the chart. So what did we have? We had very heavy sell-off. So Tokyo, it pushed up a lot. Then a heavy sell-off in London. Consolidation as you get all the brokers switch over to 2 p.m., which is, that's UTC +1 where I am in Paris. So it's pushed up a bit, but then it carried on in its downward trend. So it does look to me, there's the 200 moving average. It's working its way. It used all that line of quarter theory at 250 as the line of support. Broke through. It does look like so that's its trading range at the moment to 361, 212, 250. Come back to the 5-minute, might be more accurate for us. So on the 5-minute, if we read this, although we know that it says the Australian dollar's up at 70 against the US dollar, strongly being pushed down by the 200 moving average, although it is leveling off. It's wicked off twice. So just say what you see, literally say what you see to make your decision. So here we've got 362, it's wicked off that twice for two 5-minute blocks. It says hidden bear, and bear all the way back there, but it's weaker the further back it goes. On the DMI, it's still pointing up. We've got the divergence pointing down. It is moving down now. And on HourGlass, so that put at 348 was a good call. So it's operating in a consolidating range. So that was actually quite a nice trade, pushed down by the EMA, the red arrow and the bar and the put, and off that line of resistance at 355. It was called at 348. So 348 and above, got the cross down, had the sell back there, and but not here. We didn't have the currency strength in our favor. And there's the Bollinger Band. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had about a six-point trade there, actually. But it's a bit of a funny time because, as I say, we haven't got the moving average in line with the currency strength. The Australian dollar's just lost a bit of strength, 57 to US 26. The range has narrowed. It's called at 320. It's got a sell there. So again, mixed signal with the moving average above. It's saying sell, but we've got a call. We haven't got the cross up and the cross up. So the trading range is between that line of support at 294 and 354, 294, 354. So I would like to see it come back a bit further to 293 before taking a call, or back up to 354 before taking a put. Down at 325, 325. It's dropped down to 325. It's called at 320. So I'm not seeing any brilliant setups now. You see how it's just turned around there. It's not even off a line of resistance there. There's one there, 290, 306. So not a good setup, I don't think. So let's just go back and have a last look. Euro USD above that moving average, has wicked off that upper level at 436. The candle close is at 416. We've got hidden bulls saying what the euro wants to move up. And we've got the moving average cutting right through the middle. So again, not a great trade setup. Eurojpy, there's that, I'm on 5 minutes, that massive candle down, 15-minute candle. So that was 13, 14 pips it moved. So that was 140 million, which is, I mean, nothing in this market, is it? But very big candle. So it's come back up to take that money out. Now it wants to carry on down. It's off that 130 major whole number. Let's have a look on HourGlass, Eurojpy. Eurojpy, we're 10 minutes before the hour. It's given us a call 61 to 50, 3 minutes ago at 990. Eurojpy, 69%, it's not too bad. 2982, 974. It bottomed out at 974, and that was our 48. So we've got that range up there at 012. $9.90, called at 9.90. So it's called there, that level there. Then it dipped down, 47, 49, 45. Back to HourGlass, 1 minute left on this one. So there's that big candle down. We've got our 130, very significant area, 130 flat, as we know. So I'm expecting it to give us a put after this. Euro 61 to JPY 50. So if we get that, we could take this. Let's see what happens with this. There's that 130040. There it is. Oh my goodness me. So very big moves happening here because it's used that whole number as support this time. It probed down. It's shot up now to 037 to the top of that big sell candle. 6 seconds to go. 034. Got moving average in our favor. It's a put at 027. 024. We haven't got the cross down. The cross down, we have got it. It's just gonna be spiky, I would think, because it's that whole number at 130000, which is here. So I'm not sure I'm gonna get this in time. There it is there. But we do need that crossing down. So haven't got the currency strength in our favor. We've got it off the middle line of resistance. It was called at 990 and it's just flatlining there. We want the cross down, the cross down. So at the moment we've only got a 1, 2, 3 point trade. 3 point trade called at, sorry, I beg your pardon, I'm reading the wrong one. 024, 024. It's up at 071 now. Oh, massive, look at that, my goodness. So that is now heading up to 113, up at that level. It's just shot up, moving very fast. 013, which is your Bollinger Band. You can see the expansion going on here. That's your Bollinger Band, but we've still got the moving average in our favor up there. That next line is at 108. 075, coming up to 9 minutes before the hour. Be nice to take a put on this. 110, 120. Just wicking off the 083, wicking off the 083. That's 059 on the broker, 063 on the broker. HourGlass, let's keep an eye on that. 106, 084, 106, 083, 'So I'm just looking at this level here, 077, 065, 2 minutes left to go. So I think it wants to test this area again. Break it, so it's broke that, it retested it, but instead of a break, retest and carry on down, it's broken through, so it will want to do a break. So it's done a break to the upside. It'll want to come back and retest that and then carry on up. Well, I don't know that's what it wants to do, but that's what I think. So that's why it could be attractive for a put. Got 1 minute 34 to go. The broker says 070. That's this, that's 080. So it's at this level here. 070. HourGlass, 1 minute 15 left to go. So we haven't got the currency strength in our favor. We know that that's at, I'm looking at that green line there of previous support, 053, 105, 091 there. So the 065, 072 off that line there. That is, and that line there. 068, all this line here, about 068. So if it gives us a put at 068, it's at 053 on here, cross down, we want the RSI to be crossing down, so that'd be 1, 2, a put and a red arrow, 3, I think Les counts it as 2, so 4, and then off that line, 068 would be like a 5. So it'd be like a 5-point trade. So I kind of try and think ahead to the analysis and think if I see this, then that's what I'm going to do. It was quite a strong candle up and it has been moving fast. So we're going to finish on this pair and we are 5 minutes before the hour. So it's given us a put at 055. We've got it just flatlining. We've still got quite a blue bar candle up there and it didn't quite push up as much as I would have liked. There's 067. It did come up to 083. It's still pushing up. It's just got a little wick off it there. So I've got 066. 066. So I'm in it until 57. Not sure about this one. It has been moving very fast. So it's still pushing up. It's still pushing up, so that might not work. So I think I'm going to be 0, 2. That is flatlining off there on that there. So I'll roll over. That takes me now just past the hour, which isn't ideal to finish 51 seconds past the hour. But I'm not going to roll that over anymore. I'm going to leave it at that. So I do think this wants to go down to test that 250 area. Sorry, the 130 area. Just carrying on. It's probably because it's pushing up to the hour. So hopefully a good lesson. I might have been better off staying out of it. Because of the time before the hour. I don't want to roll over again, but ending 51 seconds, because you can still, at that hourly candle, you can still, like an oil tanker, get some momentum carrying on before it then drops. So it's wicking off this level at 0.82. And that is going down. I'm at 55, 57. So I've still got 3 minutes in this, and we are on the hour, so it can be volatile on the hour. And HourGlass is giving us the cross down, the cross down. The it came off that line of resistance there, 0.74. So a put and an arrow, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have got 5-point trade. You can see it's just pushing, you know, it's the hour. It's because it's the hour, that's why. So it's 58. I've still got 58. I've still got 2 minutes in this. So it's still got time. It's just, it's that hourly weird time. And then I'm going to finish there. So I hope that's been helpful. Not a brilliant session. That's why I dropped the order size, although I have gone up on this one. This is because it's on the hour. I'm at 4:59, but 1 minute before the end of the hour. But I then have got 51 seconds before this trade closes. So I don't want to roll over this one anymore. And there it is, pushing right up to the, did you see it touch that 0.87 area? No, it's really gone for it, isn't it? Up there, 109. Look on HourGlass. So see what happens. It's got to turn, look, because it's heavily overbought, heavily overbought. We've got the moving average above 60 to 30. We haven't got the currency strength in our favour, but we have got 114, and we do know that that key point, I do believe it will come and test that again at the 130 level, break and a retest back to that level, even if it wants to carry on up, because that's what price always does on any situation. It does a break and a retest and then goes 0.76. So I think I've, oh, look at that. Go on, get down there. This is the hour, and then I've only got 51 seconds. So I don't want to roll it over anymore. But I do believe it will come back down. I will look at it later. I do like to back test my trades. So I do believe it will want to come down and test its 1300 before it goes off again. 1920. I've still got 30 seconds. It could still do it. It's a fast moving pair. Go on. Just get down there. Stay down there. What level's that? Give me 130,000 flat. Go on. Spike me in. Gave Gabble one. Give me one. For 40, I've only got 10 seconds. So it's not going to do it, is it? So that was at 23 minutes, 23 seconds past. No, gone. Didn't get that one.
Ouch.
Yeah, well, these things happen. It was the timing, I think, and 072 I'm up at. 081 is up there. I do believe it will come back and test that. And there's that candle close just coming, pointing down now. So it gave us another put at 072. It's done another put. Yeah, I just didn't want to roll over anymore, but I really do believe it will come down and do that test and go. This price has to do that. So, and there's that level there. So 046, if it doesn't come back to here, but I think it will probably want, because you've got the moving average there. I'm on the 1 minute here. 082. So we're now at 2 minutes past. That was that 05966 is there. So what I believe is that it just needed more time. That's why I don't like finishing trades about 30 seconds or like here, 51 seconds past a critical point like the hour, because price often needs a little bit more to change its momentum. So keep an eye on that. I do like to always, it's just flatlining there now. I do like to always back test my trades. So I will look at this to see if it does indeed do what I think it does. It's just stalling out right on that level now, isn't it? At 0.90. Oh, I'm pushing up. Let me have a look on one of my other charts, just out of interest. Eurjpy. This is on an hourly scanner chart. So 89% of 100,000 scans independently verified completed down to the C point. This is a sell scan off that quarter theory. So it did its Elliott wave up. This is the Elliott wave back down. It's moving down to 1298. There's the one. That's why it's stalled out, because this is a major whole number. So in fact, it's probed down there. This is called a pitchfork, which is a highly accurate, aggressive trend line based on Fibonacci. So you've got Fibonacci in the scan, you've got Fibonacci in these trend lines. They are highly, highly accurate. So that looks like that is its lower level, which is why it's stalled out here. So, and I can see that shorter moving average is pointing down. So it looks like, maybe I should have looked at this first. That might have helped, because I can see now it's been held on that area, and it is wanting to, well, it's not doing anything at the moment much on this. But usually price does like to test the level before it goes, but what it will do is it will test that 033. It won't move down back to here. It will probably test that and go, and it will want to come up to 190 to sometimes, even if it is going down, it likes to meet up with that 15-minute line. So 033 probably is the lower level. 071, we got in at 066, and we're now at, so it's the next 5-minute candle. So I wouldn't have been in that long anyway. I'm going to finish now anyway. Let's just watch this one turn round. So actually it's given us a call at 066. So that was that bottoming out. So I might have been better looking at my scanner chart first. 066, but there the candle's pushing down. Oh, that's on the 1 minute. 056, 050, where's 033? 033 is this line here, which was a line of resistance and then became support. And the moving average, I'm on the 1 minute, is at 048. So 048 to 051 could be its lower level. Lot of stalling out now. So it's operating in that level up to 093. So tricky one, this one, and I might have been better off if I had just looked at this compared to that, but who knows, you don't have to, obviously you don't have to look at that sort of thing to trade this successfully. So that's all from me. So I ended up, I won't really count that $1 one, so I was like 0-1 tonight, and I think you were 1-0, weren't you, Gabor?
Yes.
Yeah, so worked out better for you. So thanks for joining me. So I wasn't just talking to myself. I'm going to carry on with the Tokyo sessions though, because we've actually got 6 people in the States now, and Les is doing London. I prefer staying up at night, and I prefer this session anyway, generally. So that's what we're going to do. Next week, if I can sort my Zoom out, I'm going to change to starting on the Tuesday morning. It's Tuesday 2 a.m. my time, which is UTC +1. At the moment, I've been starting it to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So just one bit earlier. Sorry, it's with time zones. It's a bit difficult to explain because it's early hours of the morning for me. So I should be starting as of next week, 10 to 2 UTC +1 on the Tuesday morning. That's it, Tuesday morning, early hours of Tuesday morning instead of early hours of Wednesday morning. Okay.
I got this last one, by the way, one extra rollover, just barely squeezed in.
Oh, you got it, did you? Oh, that's brilliant. Let me have a look. You rolled over?
Yes.
Oh, look, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I'm really happy with that. But you see, it's a bit confusing now, isn't it? Because we've got a red candle behind, we've got a call, we've got a sell, but it's pointing down. You know, so it is in this area of trying to bust up. So that's really good. Yeah. So so 066 was here, and that finally got down there at 5 minutes past. So I would have, if I bought another, so that would have taken me up to 6 minutes past, wouldn't it? Thereabouts. Yeah, so I don't know if I would have managed to make that. That is 6:48. I think it still would have been a bit tight for me. I'm not sure, but I knew it was going to drop, but it still hasn't done 6.2. So you're right, you just squeaked that in, but a squeak's a squeak, as we say. So I'm not sure I'm that keen on Eurjpy. There it is. It's just using now 0.52, 0.57 as its line of support. You've got the blue line there. You've got the 200 EMA holding it up. You've got the candle close channel holding it as well. And everything we did on our analysis about it having bottomed out at this 130 whole number. So apart from a bit of a break and a retest and go, after a massive, great big sell-off, it looks like the euro wants to, and in fact, it can't break through that area either. That's its sort of top level at the moment. So it is in consolidation, which sometimes is no bad thing for us, is it? Because we can trade between that 0.52 and that 0.87 and take the puts and the calls. But I did find it was moving fast, and we did have those wicks. So I kind of not, where is it, 0.6, it's come down to 0.54. It's come down to the 0.54.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it had lots of mixed messages like all the way through.
It did, and I've been put off it a bit because Les said he lost the last 5 trades on it. So I have to say psychologically it's had a bit of an effect on it. So he's not trading Eurjpy at the moment, and because of that it's like, oh, ouch, you know. So, you know, we can see it's fast and wicky and big candles and things. So I kind of, my favorite is, as you know, to start with USD JPY, then go to Euro USD, look at Aud USD, and I look at this with great caution, really. So maybe I shouldn't have attempted it, but I'd taken only $1 trades on the other one. So on average, it evens out like $5 a trade or something. So hopefully it's been some good chat and analysis. There it is dropping again. The little T's 0.55 back down there now. But that's 10 past. So it's taken 2 candles to get down that far. Go back on the 5-minute. Okay then, so I'll stop the share there. I've stopped the recording. No,